Alright, hello everybody. We're here. We're talking. And that's what I want to do today. I just want to talk for a little bit. It's been a while since we talked. And I just wanted to see what would happen if I would just put a camera in front of myself and just started talking about things. I've had this idea for a while where usually when I come up with an idea for a YouTube video, I make a very big show or a very big idea out of it. An example could be Twitter contest or playing and rating subscriber levels or making a whole themed month for horror let's plays. You know, it always has to be part of a bigger picture. And in that way, it does feel really controlled for me. And I really like the idea of having the control over my channel and being able to like work towards a bigger goal. But what I've noticed with that is that whenever I try to do that, I try to make each and every video as perfect as I can make it. I'm not one of the people that would say I'm perfectionistic necessarily. But what I would say is that I try to make the end result, all the combined videos together, into like one perfect... Okay, maybe maybe it is perfectionism. Maybe it is. And so it feels really difficult to do this in this setting where I just now I said something and then I came back on it. I came back from that thought. And it feels weird to not cut that out. But it also feels real. And that's kind of exciting to me. The fact that I'm just... the word raw comes to mind. The way you're just speaking your thoughts. Getting your thoughts out there in the world. And that goes hand in hand with the topic I wanted to discuss today, which is connection. And with that, I don't mean internet connection. I mean connection with like people. Connection between people. What happens when we connect? What happens when we disconnect? And how connection, in my opinion, is a big part of what makes you happy as a person. I recently watched some YouTube videos of people doing the same thing that I'm doing right now, which is speaking their mind. I'm a big fan of Moist Critical. Basically a guy on YouTube that does a lot of these videos where he just speaks his mind. It really inspires me. Recently I saw a video by comedian Theo Von where he talked openly about his cocaine use and his alcohol addiction and how he was really opening up about his feelings. I like that. I saw a video of Sneeko talking about how he felt like nothing really had inherent meaning to him anymore. It's a very sad video, really, but powerful to open up about. And as a last example, I recently watched a video by The Odd Sheep, and he was presenting an idea. Now, it was not actually part of the idea that he made. So, to give a little more context, he's gonna make an interaction type video soon where he makes content and other people can react to it. He was basically pitching the idea. And listening to that video, I really got a sense of something that was in his mind that he was presenting to the world. And it kind of got me that nostalgic feeling about when I started YouTube and when I would just turn on a camera, grab any game, or do a Q&A with my friends, and it wasn't about trying to become this big YouTuber. It was just about having fun and sharing everything. And I think somewhere along the way, I kind of lost that feeling of authenticity, really. And what I miss about YouTube as well is the fact that most creators these days seem to be focusing more on making shows, making personas, making brands, making videos that do well. And even though, like, this is not necessarily criticism or saying that that is bad. And it is certainly a feeling I have. But I feel like the algorithm of YouTube also plays a big role in this, where it will push videos that really grab your attention. So it will look at like how long can your viewer stay with you when you talk, right? And if you have content that is really flashy and just keeps coming at you from all kinds of different angles, and there's tension, and look at the Dream Manhunt series, for example, as a video series that really does this, where it really draws you in. And which is a really fun series, by the way. I really enjoy it. But I feel like it's created this whole generation of YouTubers, and it's also created this kind of vibe on Instagram and TikTok with all the reels, shorts, and everything, where everything has to be short and snappy because you have to hold people's attention. It really is all about holding people's attention and not making them leave, because what if they leave? What if they stop watching your videos? What if they're actually more interested in something else? Who would have expected that not everyone wants to watch your shit 24/7? And because we can't really seem to accept that fact as creators, we try our best to make videos where it's all focused on keeping the attention on you. Just being like, watch my shit. Here's another fucking title flying at you. Here's another intense piece of music. I really start to notice that my English is not good enough to really go through with these thorough topics. But I hope I'm getting the idea across properly. I think I am. But yeah, and somewhere along that process, I feel like a lot of us have lost that sense of authenticity and the vibe of, you know, if people want to watch your shit, they'll watch your shit. And if people don't care about your shit, that's fine. Let them leave, you know? And I'm not trying to speak for everyone, but I feel like this has certainly happened with me. And all of the videos I'm seeing presented to me in my recommended and in my searches are these attention-grabbing videos that I will click on because I'm curious what's gonna happen, and then I find out it's clickbait and that it's not actually a very interesting video. And recently YouTube also removed the dislike button, so now it's not even possible to see whether it's actually a useful video anymore. And we're really spiraling down into this system where it's like, the less you know about whether the video is actually informative, the more you will want to know if it is, the longer you'll stay around. And so it creates this weird disconnect where it's actually not about making your video useful, because then people will just take the useful part and leave with it. It's about making your viewer stay so they can find out if it's useful, and the longer you can drag that out, the more you waste their time. But you get views for it, right? And what I miss on YouTube, what I miss so dearly, is people trying to connect. People really trying to just let all of that... It really feels stressful, man, this whole system of... Even talking about it makes me a little stressed, which is very ironic considering my channel name. And I've been feeling this pressure for quite a while now, where everything I make has to be fitting in that machine of feeding everyone just shitty content for the sake of growth. I guess this is turning more into a video about the YouTube algorithm, isn't it? Well, we'll make it that then. I'm definitely planning on doing more of these types of videos, so today we can just talk about the YouTube algorithm. That's fine. I think connection is an interesting topic for another day. We'll do that tomorrow. Because what I wanted to talk about with connection is the fact that if you connect on like a more natural level when making your YouTube videos, it's a lot more authentic. And I feel like the topic of today's video is more about authenticity than about connection, right? So we'll do that. But yeah, authenticity is really, really important. And I've started to notice this in my personal life, where because this is a lot of developments for me on YouTube usually go hand in hand with my personal development, I'd say, my growth as a person as I get older. And the fact that I don't really feel like I'm actually my authentic self on YouTube and trying to fit in some category, even though I'm really trying to fight against it sometimes, because I still find myself making compromises, like, oh, I'll pick a thumbnail that's probably more engaging than that I like it myself. I'll edit in a way that's focused on getting more views instead of doing whatever I like. Oh, I'll make like one video a day for a whole month, which is what I tried, because apparently the algorithm will pick up on that, blah blah blah. I should stop doing that shit. Why am I doing that? It's my fucking channel. I can do whatever the fuck I want. If I want to say fuck and not censor it, why shouldn't I? Right? If YouTube fucking copyrights, copyright, if they fucking censor, like, if they demonetize my video, who cares? I make jack shit anyway. There's like 2 people watching these videos. I don't give a shit. Why would I compromise what I say for the fact that they would potentially pay me like 2 cents? It's fucking dumb. It's gotten to my head so much. I really lost connection with the person that I was when I started YouTube and the person that I am now. And recently I've been under a bit more pressure, which is not necessarily a bad thing. So I've started this internship where I have to get up early in the morning, so it makes me a bit more busy, which is completely fine. But during the times when you're busy in your life and you're actually investing a lot of time in something you're doing, and it takes away time from other places in your life, you start really thinking, what do I want to spend my time on? And I started to notice that I have less and less time for YouTube, and this really got me to realize, okay, if I have less time to spend on YouTube, how do I want to spend it? Do I want to keep making the same kinds of videos where it's just hollow gameplay videos? There's not really a point to them. It's just because, and I'm not saying gaming videos have to have a point. What I'm saying is I'm trying to get to a specific number when it comes to subscribers with the gaming videos. So the gaming videos aren't even made to entertain people, or they're also not being made because I like playing them. They're made to grow my channel. This is definitely not true for every game I've played, but I will say the format of it, the timing where I post the videos and everything, it's all made to grow my channel, and it's fucking dumb. And I think you can tell. I'm not even... Yeah, I can bluntly say that it's definitely something you can tell. That's a lot to get off my chest, man. It actually feels like I'm getting something on my chest. Are there people still listening? Do you guys enjoy this? I really want to know if you guys actually enjoy these types of videos. Do I though? It's also that's the weird thing. I still want to know if people enjoy this. But on the other hand, I just want to do whatever the hell I want to do with my channel. It's a bit of a dilemma. It's the same thing I just talked about going on right now in my head. It's like I'm changing as a person, right? Or if it's as if I look at myself the way I'm doing YouTube and the way I'm handling things in my life, and I'm seeing that I would prefer to do it in a different way than I've done it for the past 5 years, say. And I feel like that voice that is telling me to change and to be better is authentic. And that is what authenticity is about. It's about trying to recognize what about you actually like, instead of trying to gain something from a situation. That's probably the best I can explain it. Let's think about that. What does authenticity mean? What does it mean to be authentic? What do you guys think? You guys should let me know what you guys think it means to be authentic. Not only recently, I usually find myself viewing myself through the eyes of other people as well, which is really interesting because, and I thought about this, I'll have a good day if I'm surrounded by people that give me a lot of compliments and are like very nice to me and appreciate me. And if I'm surrounded by people that are very negative or people that are assholes to me, I'll feel pretty shitty. And I think this is normal. I think this is completely fucking normal. But the question then becomes, okay, where do you draw the line with caring what other people think of you? Because clearly it does make an impact on you. And I've been trying to figure this out for a while, because on the one hand you'll have people that will tell you, oh, you shouldn't care about what other people think of you, right? This also has a lot to do with self-love, where it's like, if you're completely comfortable with yourself and you really accept yourself for who you are and you really appreciate yourself, it's not necessarily, it doesn't really matter what other people think. But on the other hand, it can definitely hurt you when people dislike you for who you are. But I think that that's the main thing with authenticity that usually goes wrong with me, is that when people dislike me for who I am or whatever, I will sometimes take it personally, which is probably where most of the hurt comes from when talking about that topic, which is interesting. It's interesting, it's difficult to navigate, and I think that it will sort itself out as we get older and we learn to interact with people in the world and try to grow as people, right? But it's a thing I've been thinking about, and it's a thing that's interesting to find out. How do you have like a healthy relationship with negativity around you while also trying to grow as a person? And it's because I think it's dumb to say that you shouldn't care about what others think of you. I think it's dumb. I think there's more nuance to it. But yeah, there's definitely a bad part about it. I feel like a lot of the times when I want to do something cool, most recent example would be trying to rap, getting more into rapping. I still notice that I feel shame when I'm rapping because I don't want people to view me as a kid who tries to get into rapping and see me as like the SoundCloud dude or something like that, right? Where he's like, yeah, just pumping out his mixtape. And I'll be the first guy to admit it. I can't really rap. I'm not a great rapper at all. But you gotta start somewhere, and if it's really something that you're interested in, who gives a fuck if you want to do that shit? Just do it. Like, who gives a shit? Just do your shit. But on the other hand, I somehow I can rationally say it to myself, but somehow I can't really get it in my head and actually feel it. You know what I mean? Like, I still feel a bit ashamed when other people would bring it up around me. When it would be like, oh, Rick, we saw you made like a... Because I made Slept In, right? I made a whole video clip that was definitely out of my comfort zone, but it still felt quite comfortable because I was surrounded by people that really supported me and appreciated me. And I'll be forever grateful for the fact that those people even gave me a chance. And of course, part of me says, well, you paid the guy to shoot the video clip, so... But there was definitely a good atmosphere on the set of the clip as well. So, yeah, I think mostly just surrounding yourself with positive people is really dope for that. But I don't know. I think the way you can get out of that is by just having the balls to do it. Just saying, fuck it. Fuck it, man. We're gonna do this shit. I'm gonna make a rap. I'm gonna make a video clip, and I'll just roll with it. And I don't give a shit what other people think of me. And I started to notice that before I made that clip, I was really scared to do it. And then after, when I would tell other people, they were like, oh, dope. And I would never expect that reaction out of people, because I would think they would... You know, maybe they would subtly start talking behind my back and I would notice, or they would say like, oh, you're a rapper now, huh? And then when some people actually did that, I found out that it doesn't really affect me that much. But now, still, when I want to do that again, I still feel insecure about it. And it's so weird, because you have the fucking information that it doesn't matter. And still you have to like break through. And I feel like with authenticity, it's a lot of that. It's like you have shit within you that you want to bring out to the world. You have a specific opinion that's controversial. You behave in a way that you think is cool. And with that one, it's a bit more nuanced because you don't want to bother people or annoy people. But let's say you, for example, for me, let's say you like playing Minecraft. I find that a lot of people that I tell about that see that as like immature or childish, and I'm always like, it's just a game, you're having fun, who gives a fuck? Dude, if I want to play, trying to come up with the most childish game that I come up with, what if I played Roblox or Fortnite? Who gives a fuck? For real, like, if I hear someone else that plays like a shitty game, why the fuck would I give a shit? Let them play the fucking game. I don't care. But still, there is so many people that care about that shit. That will tell you that, oh, you play that, and then they start chuckling, and it's like, oh, I used to play with that when I was so much younger, and they'll give you that face of judgment, and I hate it. I hate that shit. But mostly because I can't seem to understand it. Maybe I'm misinterpreting it. I have no idea, but yeah, it's weird, man. This whole culture these days, mainly on the up and coming social platforms, where it's like this topic of cringe, this topic of, oh, this kid's doing that and it's cringe, and you'll see like some young teen person just singing along to a song, and everyone is gonna be in the comments like, oh, that's so cringy, and it's like, they're just doing their shit, who gives a fuck? Just let them. I don't understand. Maybe it's because the algorithm pushes it in your face so much, and that's where we go full circle, right? Maybe that does have something to do with all of it. I have no idea. I'm just exploring some thoughts here. It's been fucking 21 minutes. Jesus. Okay, well, these videos pretty much make themselves. Yeah, I've been rambling for quite a while. You guys should let me know in the comments if you like this format. I definitely liked it. It feels like a one-man podcast where I just fucking talk about shit. Do I have like any final thoughts? Not really. I'll do this again. I'm enjoying myself. I actually feel a little bit relieved and happier now, so it was probably a good thing. See you guys later. Bye.